Hello everybody, Andy here again. Right, this is a response to YouTube nostalgia, a video chain, a tag chain that was started by someone called Lilylulay. I had to write some notes down for this. And the whole idea of this is that you post your very first YouTube video, the first one you ever made. Tell us a bit about your sort of YouTube history. It's a bit of a nostalgia trip, obviously. And then you have to tag 5 people as well. And the idea, obviously, is that they follow you and carry on this sort of tag chain. I was tagged the other day by JimmyHook, a great filmmaker, someone I've always liked and admired, and I just wish he'd make some more videos. So it's a bit of an honour, and I understand why, Jimmy, don't worry. And it's a great honour for me to be tagged by someone like him. So I left this for a bit because one of the things about this whole thing, which I'll come to in a minute, is the way that we learn about it. But my channel, I first created my channel here on YouTube on the 14th of August 2006. I didn't actually post a video for a while because, like most people I should imagine, I was just here watching videos and doing that sort of thing, you know, sort of messing about, a video voyeur, as I like to call it. And I created my channel because I think I realised that I wanted to get involved with this. I never actually posted a video. My first video, which obviously you'll see at the end of this, was actually posted on the 25th of August 2006. And this is quite good because it makes you look back. It makes me look back at all of my early videos, which are still posted. I'm one of those people that have only taken down a couple of videos, mainly for copyright reasons and not for any other reasons. I think even ones that are pretty much completely out of date now and not really relevant to anything. I think I've left most of those up there as well because it shows your journey, and that's the whole thing about this. I started way back, my sort of first fumbling and faltering steps, as you'll see, were way back in August of 2006, but I know that I've come a long way through this. And I'd like to leave that up there. I'm not embarrassed by the sort of stumbling or whatever, the ums and the ahs and the not looking at the camera, which you should see in the first video. We all have to get to where we are now. And that's a big journey. It's progression, and we all learn different things. One thing I learned straight away was the technology side of it, because, as I said, I started my channel on the 14th of August, and it probably took me until the 25th of August to actually figure out how you do this. How do you record things onto your computer? I didn't know when I first started looking for this sort of thing that I even had Windows Movie Maker on my PC and probably the equivalent on Apple computers and things like that. People just don't realise that that technology is there. They always say we use just a small fraction of the sort of computing power that's actually in our personal computers. And that's what I found. And then there's the editing. You think, well, how do I actually get this onto the computer? If you're an Apple person, obviously you've got the iSight camera. Well, hopefully you've got the iSight camera. I had to go and buy a webcam. What do you do? How do you do that? How much do you spend? How do you plug it in? How does it work? What do I do? That sort of thing. It's that learning curve. And then there's the whole thing of the confidence of actually putting yourself out there in the first place. Looking at the camera, looking at the little green dot that I've got up there, or looking at the camera rather than looking at yourself on the screen, and it takes a bit of time to get used to that. And also, there's, as I said, the confidence aspect. Some people are obviously happier in front of a camera. Some people are better speakers. They're more sort of fluent or whatever it is. Their accents might get in the way. The way that they speak can get in the way. And if you're nervous, you're shy, you tend to look down, you sort of mumble or whatever. And that's not a criticism. That's just what we do. That's where the confidence comes from. And that's, hopefully you'll look back at my first video and you'll see exactly what I mean. I'm not to come across as sort of slightly nervous, which I was. I was putting myself out there for the very first time, to potentially for ridicule, all that sort of thing, which we all have to overcome. And we're still doing it now, I suppose. People can still have a go, so please be gentle with me when you see the video. My video, as I said, was a response to Peter, Geriatric 1927, and he was one of the first people that I spotted. I probably came onto YouTube, and I really can't remember, but I think I came on here looking at all the normal videos that anybody does. I used to look at a Google video, I think it was called at the time, which is a bit ironic since it's now swallowed up YouTube, and watching just silly videos, I suppose, music videos, other things that you might have heard about. You see links on other sites or something too. But quickly I found videos by people like Renato. And whatever you think about Renato, I've always been a supporter of his, one of the first people that I've ever subscribed to. Can't say I've liked every single one of his videos, but I will stand up and say that I still like his videos. But I watched one that specifically by him, and it was a reaction to something that Peter Geriatric 1927 had happened. He came on and he'd suddenly exploded, a 79-year-old man, putting himself out there, having a go at this new technology, and I great admiration and respect for him, and I know he's gained more and more of that as his sort of career, if you want to call it that, has progressed here on YouTube and across the internet as well, I suppose. So Peter was threatening to leave because of some of the things that happened. We all see the hating, we all see that sort of troll-like behaviour that goes on. Thankfully he didn't. My video was actually sort of saying how much he'd inspired me, which he had. He was one of the reasons that I started doing vlogging in the first place, Reneto being another. I remember watching people like Zen Archer at that time. I think Greg Solomon was around. It's a bit of a golden age, and lots of people sort of came on online at that time and started vlogging, people who've gone to bigger and better things. So there was a bit of a sort of a people, let's say, call it a golden age that makes everybody who wasn't there feel completely inadequate. And that's not the idea of this. So that's the story of the video. Once again, looking back made me realise how much my first videos were all vlogs. But they were mostly responses to other people, and then I started sort of putting out topics there, subjects that I thought about before. As I said, I've said sort of and several times before, I always felt that I was a vlogger waiting for vlogging, YouTube or whatever to happen. So that surprised me in a way, that straight away I was vlogging. And I don't think that, it doesn't surprise me when I look back at it in some ways. I didn't come here really to look at videos. I created my channel really to do this, to make videos, because otherwise, you know, why do you create a channel, I suppose. I was always interested in this sort of thing, but seeing Peter, Reneto and all those other people I've mentioned made me realise I can have a go at this. Then all I've got to do is to overcome those first few hurdles of putting yourself out there. So that's how it happened. That's my sort of story. I'm glad it's happened. I love this looking back. It shows you the journey that we take. We all have to start somewhere, so anybody who's out there who hasn't started doing this yet, don't worry about it. You know, we all have to start somewhere. You look back at your videos, and as I said, that's one reason I keep my videos up there, because it does show that sort of progression. I've got to tag 5 people, and I need to do it quickly. So, Leslie Fly Darling, love to see your first video. Raven Singer, another person that I very much admire. Daryl from Nashville, 1D Rock37167, person I met over there at South Tube. It's great meeting those people that you sort of converse with and who regularly support you, so I'd like to thank him for his support in the past. Ken RG, I know he's busy doing other things, but it'd be great to see his first video as well, another person I respect. And Jerry Comicero over there in the Philippines, trying to pick someone that's a little bit different. So I'm going to wrap it up there because I realise the time's going on. I'm going to put the other video on, that'll be following straight after. Please get involved, you know, if you've been tagged, make your own video. Let's see where this goes. Anyway, thanks for your time. I'll speak to you again soon. Goodbye.
Hello there everybody, this is just a response to Telling It All Part 11. Peter, or Geriatric 1927, hopefully not, but he said it's going to be his farewell video. I did actually post a comment the other day, but thinking about it over the last couple of days, just felt that it warranted something a little bit more. Like thousands of other people who you've inspired, Peter, this is the first time that I've ever committed myself to video on YouTube. I'm sure, as I said, that there are loads and loads of people out there who want to thank you for inspiring them to do this. As I said, I had no intention when I started looking at YouTube a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago now. I didn't intend to do this. I thought it was the environment of the young, like you did, I suppose, but just felt that watching yourself and a couple of other people like Jim San as well, giving you all their wonderful memories from years gone by, that I say your inspiration is going right across the world. You've, whether knowingly, probably not, but you seem to have become the father, or maybe that should be the grandfather figure of YouTube. I'm sure that's just a sign of respect and endearment rather than anything, any sort of disparaging comments, and everybody from the youngsters right across the age groups have enjoyed your stories and everybody else's. One of the things I did like about your memories so far is the way that you've followed your heart and your dreams, and you've had the courage to follow your convictions, whether it be in the field of motorbikes when you sort of gave up a nice learner, a nice job there, and followed your dreams to deal with motorbikes, or even when you gave that up and got into the world of mature student. That must have been a bold step, I think. So that's another inspiration, I think, to people. Get out there, follow your dreams, follow your heart. We'd all like to do that, and most of us just come up with very good excuses not to, but you didn't do that. So once again, well done to you for that. Another point I'd just like to make is how you seem to be involved with new technology. A lot of older people tend to be scared of new technologies, I know that, but I know here in Britain we have a word or an expression called silver surfers for all the older generations, shall I say, that like playing with the internet and using it to its full capabilities. A lot of people are scared, but maybe once again yourself and some of the older people who are also on YouTube out there are inspiring other people as well to give it a go, see what's out there. You found a little niche, and all the best for you. And that's about it really. Thanks very much. I hope to see you back very, very soon. And I understand completely why you need to have a break. All the attention, it's there for a very good reason, but I know there are people out there who maybe not doing it for the right reason. But all these sort of real YouTubers, if you want to call them that, wish you the best. Have a nice break, but please come back because we want to hear the rest of your stories for the future. Anyway, thank you very much.